Hi YouTube, welcome to another episode of Mike's Expat Kitchen, where we cook German dishes with American ingredients. Living in the US, sometimes you want to have a traditional dish that you had growing up. This is the channel for you. Today we're going to cook Labskaus, which is another German dish, which is weird because I'm from the south. But anyway, this recipe was passed down to me by my mother-in-law, and it's a hearty dish, not universally accepted, I might say, but I like it. What you see under the fried eggs here is a goopy mix of corned beef and pickles. It doesn't look like much, but it's really tasty and fulfilling. It originated with the old seafarers because it consists of ingredients that are easy to store and don't spoil easily. All you need to make it is a 12-ounce can of corned beef, 2 to 3 onions, 2 to 3 potatoes, 3 large pickles, the larger ones are better than the smaller ones, and 2 eggs. For the corned beef, you really want the pressed meat in the can that you can get at any corner store, not the sliced meat that goes on a Reuben sandwich, which is also called corned beef in America. The hardest part about this recipe is probably getting the corned beef out of the can. Remove the key, reattach it, make sure there's enough space between the end and the edge of the can, and then start going around and around and around until it falls out. Dump that pressed corned beef out of the can, put it on a board and cut it into cubes. Doesn't need to be precise, just small enough so that we can brown them on all sides in a pot later. Next up, peel and dice the onions. Same for the potatoes. Make those cubes a little bigger and use 2 to 3 potatoes depending on how much you want to cook. Then take 3 or 4 of these big pickle spears out of the jar and cut them into small cubes as well. Again, the big juicy ones are closer to the original recipe than the smaller ones, but they'll work as well. Now let's get cooking. Heat up some oil in a pot. Throw in some butter for good taste and throw in the onions. Let them cook for a minute or so until they're translucent, and then dump in the cubed corned beef. Let those cook for about 2 minutes as well until they start melting, and make sure by stirring regularly that they don't get stuck at the bottom of the pot. Then fill up the pot with about 20 ounces of chicken broth and keep stirring so nothing sticks to the bottom. Then season to taste with salt and pepper. The potatoes need quite a bit of salt. The corned beef doesn't because it's already salted. Let that cook for about 15 minutes and check with a fork if the potatoes are soft already. If that's the case, use a potato masher in order to mash everything not too finely. Leave a little bit of structure in the Labskaus. You want to preserve a little bit of chunkiness to chew on, unlike those old seafarers who suffered from scurvy and appreciated a finer structure. Finally, add those chopped pickles and let it cook for no more than another minute or so. Take a quick sample, see if it's seasoned right, and add some more salt and pepper if needed. Take the pot off the heat and pull out a non-stick frying pan. Put in some oil and some butter maybe, and 2 eggs per plate that you're gonna serve later. Put the eggs in a pan, season them with salt, and let them cook very slowly. You want to preserve the softness of the fried egg. And we are ready to serve our Labskaus. Use a strainer in order to get the Labskaus out of the pot without too much of the chicken broth, and then put the fried egg on top. It's gonna taste amazing. Red wine goes well with it, and beer, of course, the German drink of choice. Enjoy your Labskaus. I hope you liked this recipe, and we'll join in next time.